Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Christian Eriksen ruled out for at least 3 months with an ankle injury. So this means Eriksen will be out until April or early May. Christian Eriksen left Old Trafford on crutches after suffering an ankle injury during Manchester United's 3-1 win against Reading in the FA Cup. Andy Carroll was the one that made the challenge on Christian Eriksen. Andy Carroll got sent off. But it's a big loss for Manchester United. Christian Eriksen has really made an impact since he come to the club. He's played 31 games in all competitions for Man United so far this season. Man United got Christian Eriksen on a free transfer when he officially signed for the club. He signed a 3-year contract. Now, Man United have been offered the chance to sign Yannick Carrasco today after Christian Eriksen injury blow. This is according to the Telegraph. Yannick Carrasco is at Atletico Madrid. He's been at Atletico Madrid for around 8 years. Atletico Madrid paid around €20 million for him. He's a winner. He can also be deployed as a wing-back. I want to give you some news on Marcel Sabitzer. So Manchester United are interested in signing Bayern Munich's Marcel Sabitzer. Chelsea have also made an inquiry. United prefer a loan move for Marcel Sabitzer. So Sabitzer has apparently said yes to Manchester United after missing Bayern Munich training. Marcel Sabitzer is a midfielder. He's well known for his versatility. He can play in various positions. Bayern Munich got Marcel Sabitzer for around €16 million from RB Leipzig. So that's the news on him. It's not long now until the January transfer window closes. It closes at 11 PM tonight. You know, Manchester United so far have made 2 signings in this January transfer window. You know, we've got Weghorst on loan until the end of the season, and we got Jack Butland on loan until the end of the season. This January transfer window has been Erik ten Hag's second transfer window as United manager. Revert back to last summer, Erik ten Hag brought the likes of Tyrell Malacia in, Christian Eriksen, Lisandro Martinez, Casemiro, Antony and Martin Dubravka. Erik ten Hag has spent over €200 million as Manchester United manager. You know, let me put into the equation that Ten Hag has let players go as well. You know, not so long ago, Charlie Savage went out on loan to Forest Green. Sholo Shortire went out on loan to Bolton. Last year, Ronaldo got sacked. He's obviously now in Saudi Arabia playing for Al Nassr. Cavani and Mata left on free transfers last year. Lingard left on a free. He went to Nottingham Forest. Ten Hag sold Andres Pereira to Fulham. He sold James Garner to Everton. Hannibal Meejbrai went out on loan to Birmingham. Ethan Laird went out on loan to QPR. Amad Diallo Traore went out on loan to Sunderland. Pogba and Matic left on free transfers last year. Pogba went back to Juventus and Matic went to Roma. Tellez went out on loan to Sevilla. Eric Bailly went out on loan to Marcel. Dean Henderson went out on loan to Nottingham Forest. Lee Grant left the club last year. So there are a lot of the players that left Manchester United last year. And certainly this year, Ten Hag will be looking to get rid of more players. You know the news regarding Anthony Elanga. He has received 10 offers. Elanga, you can say, has lost his place in the Man United team since obviously Garnacho came up the ranks and came into the senior squad. I can see Marcel leaving in the summer, especially if Man United do get a striker on a permanent deal. Marcel has been hampered with injuries this season. So he hasn't played a lot. Last season, Marcel was out on loan with Sevilla. He is under contract with Man United until 2024. Man United got Marcel from Monaco back in 2015. So Marcel's been at the club for around 7.5 years. Harry Maguire, he'll be leaving Manchester United in the summer. Harry Maguire recently rejected a move to Inter Milan to fight for his place at Manchester United. It said Inter Milan inquired about taking Harry Maguire on loan from Manchester United. You know, Harry Maguire, he's not one of Man United's first choice centre-halves. He hasn't been one of our first choice centre-halves since the arrival of Lisandro Martinez. And Harry Maguire is too inconsistent. I got my reservations about him. Revert back to last season. The vast majority of Man United fans were demanding for the captaincy to be taken off him. Man United overpaid for Harry Maguire, got him for 80 million from Leicester back in the summer of 2019. You know, when Harry Maguire officially signed for the club, he signed a 6-year contract. I'm expecting Brandon Williams to leave the club in the summer. Williams don't get in the team. You know, he was out of injury earlier on this season. Last season, he was out on loan with Norwich. Ten Hag will get rid of Tellez permanently in the summer. He'll get rid of Eric Bailly permanently. I can see Tom Heaton going as well in the summer. You know, Tom Heaton is Manchester United's third choice goalkeeper, with obviously Man United getting Jack Butland in on loan until the end of the season. The time we brought Heaton in though, we brought him in as a backup to De Gea. Man United got Tom Heaton on a free transfer from Aston Villa. Ten Hag will get rid of Dean Henderson permanently as well. He's out on loan with Forest at the moment. I think Wan-Bissaka will leave in the summer. You know, Wan-Bissaka's not our first choice right back. He hasn't been our first choice right back for a while. You know, Diego Dalot's Man United's first choice right back. The only reason Wan-Bissaka's been playing a lot of games is because Diego Dalot has been unavailable through injury. Phil Jones, I can see him leaving as well in the summer. You know, he don't get in the team. Phil Jones has been a long-serving player at Man United. He's been with us since the Sir Alex Ferguson era. At the time Man United got Phil Jones, we got him from Blackburn. Jones's contract expires next year. Victor Lindelof, I think he could be leaving as well in the summer. He's not one of our first choice centre-halves. He hasn't been our first choice centre-half since the arrival of Raphael Varane. Lindelof, he's under contract with United till 2024. He's been at Man United since 2017. Man United got him from Benfica in a deal worth 31 million. Scott McTominay probably won't be leaving in this window, but I'm expecting him to leave in the summer. He's not one of our first choice centre midfielders. He hasn't been one of our first choice centre midfielders since the arrivals of Casemiro and Christian Eriksen. But before they came, McTominay was one of our first choice centre midfielders. Obviously played a lot of games alongside Fred. Revert back to earlier on in the window, it said Newcastle had inquired about getting McTominay. It said Man United wanted around 30 million. Fred, do you think he could leave the club in the summer? Well, last year he said that Erik ten Hag decided to sell Fred. You can say Fred's still one of our first choice centre midfielders. Even though we brought Eriksen in and Casemiro, because this season, Fred's played games alongside Eriksen and Casemiro. Fred came on against Reading and scored a good flick from a corner. He's had his good games this season. He's had a lot of bad games. I do have my concerns about him. Manchester United got Fred from Shakhtar Donetsk in a deal worth 50 million. Towards the end of last year, Man United extended Fred's contract by 1 year. So there you go. But you can see the progress Erik ten Hag has made since he come to Manchester United. Look what he's done so far this season. He's got us to a Carabao Cup final, got us to the 5th round of the FA Cup, and he's got us into the top 4 in the Premier League. And revert back to the start of this season, I did say that Erik ten Hag's expectations this season is to get Man United a top 4 finish. This has been ten Hag's first full season as Man United manager. Last year, he got named Premier League Manager of the Month. He's been the United manager for almost 10 months. He got appointed in as the Man United manager back in April last year. He's under contract with Man United until 2025. He's Man United's 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. But he's certainly our best manager since Alex Ferguson. And don't forget, Erik ten Hag was the one that recommended Mitchell van der Gaag and Steve McLaren in. But ten Hag has made it clear that he wants to win a trophy. He said after the win against Reading that Man United are building towards ending trophy drought. Man United have not won a domestic trophy for 6 years. You already know the news regarding Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Sir Jim Ratcliffe cannot afford United. Man United chiefs are not convinced about Sir Jim Ratcliffe's plans to buy Manchester United. He said Sir Jim Ratcliffe was planning a £4 billion bid. The Glazers are demanding £6 billion to sell Man United. They won't drop their £6 billion asking price. It did say the Glazers likely to sell entire shares of the club. The club is aimed to be sold by the summer transfer window. The Glazers have been a massive issue at the club for several years, and that explains why United fans have been protesting against the Glazers. The Glazers have owned the club for 17 years. They bought the club for around 800 million back in 2005. Also at Man United, you've got Richard Arnold, John Murtough, Benny McCarthy. A while ago, Sir Alex Ferguson came back to Man United in an advisory role. We've got Mitchell van der Gaag, Steve McLaren, obviously Erik ten Hag is the manager. So then, Man United have let 5 managers go since Ferguson. After Ferguson we had David Moyes. We sacked David Moyes after like 8 or 9 months, so he only enjoyed the short managerial tenure at the club. Then after that we got Van Gaal. It started well under Louis van Gaal and it all went downhill. We did win the FA Cup under him. After Louis van Gaal, we then had Jose Mourinho. We sacked Mourinho after like 2.5 years. Mourinho did enjoy one good season at Man United because he won 3 trophies in his first season. After Mourinho, we had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We sacked him in November 2021. So he was the Man United manager for almost 3 years. Didn't win out under Solskjaer, but Solskjaer did get us to semi-finals. Don't forget, he got us to the Europa League final. So there was good spells under him. And Solskjaer in his first season got us a 3rd place finish. In his second season got us a 2nd place finish. After Solskjaer, we had Rangnick. He was Man United's interim manager for around 5 months. So there you go. But in the last 10 years or so, Manchester United have spent over £1 billion. And we've definitely brought over 40 players in since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. The last time Man United won the Premier League was back in 2013, 10 years ago now. As you all know, Manchester United do play Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford in the Carabao Cup semi-final, 2nd leg tomorrow night. Man United are more or less into the final. Manchester United are 3-0 up from the first leg. The goals in the first leg came from Marcus Rashford. It was a wonderful solo strike in the 6-yard box. Wout Weghorst scored his first goal for the club. That was a tap-in from a rebound. And Bruno Fernandes scored a low strike just inside the 6-yard box. Manchester United are coming into this game against Forest on the back of a 3-1 win against Reading in the FA Cup 4th round. Reflecting on that win against Reading, that was 11 successive home wins for Man United in all competitions. And Man United are into the 5th round and we do play West Ham. Obviously, the goals against Reading, Casemiro got 2 stunning goals. His first goal, he dinked it over the goalkeeper, good finish. Came from an incisive pass from Anthony. Casemiro's second goal was a curled shot from 30 yards out, took a deflection. What an impact Casemiro's made since he come to the club. Erik ten Hag did mention Casemiro's magnificent, and Casemiro said it was a pleasant evening. Casemiro was a massive miss in that 3-2 defeat to Arsenal at the Emirates. He could have made a difference if he wouldn't have been suspended. Man United's other goal came from Fred. It was a lovely flick from that corner. Obviously, Reading got a late consolation. So there were the goals. Like I said, Marcus Rashford was denied that record goal. He had a goal ruled out by VAR because in the build-up, while Weghorst was offside. And obviously, Andy Carroll got sent off in the game against us. Obviously, like I said, Christian Eriksen went off injured. He committed 2 challenges, did Andy Carroll. Obviously, we have got players missing, like I said. Tuanzebe is still injured, but he don't get in the team anyway. Marcel, he's still injured. Van der Beek, he's out for the rest of the season. Eriksen's now obviously out. Luke Shaw's missed the last 2 games with illness, but I think he's now okay. McTominay ain't been available recently either. So they're the players we got missing. You know, Man United have obviously beaten Nottingham Forest twice this season, beating them in the first leg 3-0 at the City Ground and beating them at Old Trafford in the league earlier on this season 3-0. Forest are a poor outfit. Obviously, their manager is Steve Cooper. He's been the Forest manager for around 16 months. He got appointed in as the Forest manager back in September 2021. He's under contract with Nottingham Forest till 2025. Before Forest, he managed Swansea and before then managed England's under 17s. Forest, of course, have got some players missing. Morgan Gibbs-White is out with injury. He came off injured in the second half in the first leg. Dean Henderson, he's out with injury until February. Henderson is out on loan at Forest for Man United. So, of course, it will be Wayne Hennessy in goal in this game. He was in goal for the first leg. He's Nottingham Forest's second choice goalkeeper. Ryan Yates has been out with illness. Omar Richards, he's out with injury. Kayate, he's out with injury. So there are quite a few of the players that Nottingham Forest have got missing. But I do think it will be a Man United-Newcastle final. If Newcastle get to the final, it'll be their first final since 1999. If Southampton can overcome 1-goal deficit in the second leg, then it'll be a repeat of the 2017 final. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.